Hey everybody, it's the 4th of July. Came out here to the city park. Didn't expect to find any place, and surprisingly, well, not surprisingly enough, it's right at 100 degrees. I don't know what the heat index is. There's nobody in the park, so pretty much I could have gone any place. This is one of my favorite spots. I'm up on the hill. There's sort of a little breeze. So today I'm going to do the last of the beers sent to me by Tony over at Mediocre Reviews and Awesome Brews. One I've never had. It's a Founder's beer. It's a one I never had before. I have had the old Curmudgeon, but I'm going to do the old Curmudgeon's better half. Really looking forward to this. It says old ale brewed with molasses and aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels. Comes in 11.9% ABV. There's really no spot for that particular beer on the website. I did find a page on their blog where they announced it was going to be released back in February, I think. Just a little bit from that. I'll put a link to the whole thing. There's a whole page and a whole blog full of stuff. This says Curmudgeon's Better Half is a rebranding of the beer formerly known as Kaiser's Curmudgeon, which has only been served at Founder's Taproom and in extremely limited draft distribution. Curmudgeon is an old ale brewed with molasses and aged on oak. It becomes better half after aging for 254 days in bourbon barrels that have more recently been aging Michigan maple syrup. As a result, Curmudgeon's better half is a bit sweeter than her miserly counterpart, which I've never had the Kaiser's Curmudgeon. I have had the old Curmudgeon. Appropriately, the beer label depicts her holding a pitcher of syrup for the Curmudgeon's breakfast, and it was released at the perfect time of year for you to buy one for your better half in your life. So, like I said, it's an old ale, comes in 11.9% ABV. Couldn't find the IBUs on it, but I'm sure they're not very high. Got a standard Founder's cap. I've already got one of those in my collection, so pour this into my Founder's glass that Tony sent me from our first beer trade and see what we have. Definitely not going to drink this whole thing now. Get a little aggressive on the end. See, we get a slight head. Got about a half a finger head there. We got a nice caramel colored body. Really dark orange. Not quite brown, but really dark orange. Fairly opaque. Got about a finger of a creamy, very creamy, eggshell colored head. Not quite tan, but nice looking beer. So let me give it a smell. Oh wow. There's butterscotch, caramel, a little vanilla. Getting a light maple. Not real much of it, but there is a little bit of that maple in there. Getting faint hints of the bourbon. Little earthiness. A lot of sweetness. I'm getting a little bit of the booze, and just a faint hit of some citrusy hops. But basically, this smells like a really sweet malty beer. So let me get a taste. Oh, that's nice. I'm definitely getting a bourbon in there. Not getting so much of the maple. It's light on the finish. I'm getting vanilla, maybe a little bit of the maple, oak, butterscotch, caramel, little brown sugar. Maybe that's from the maple. Toffee. Yeah, the bourbon is really noticeable there. And the barrel aging adds a nice nice little touch of vanilla and oak. Getting just a little heat from the alcohol, but not much. At almost 12, well, 11.9. You might as well say 12%. It's very clean, almost syrupy flavor. Not quite as strong as I expected from the aroma. Mouth feels really smooth. low carbonation. It's probably medium bodied, but real light carbonation. Really easy on the palate, and there's some sweetness that finishes this one off. Slight syrupy, sticky feel, but darn good tasting beer so far. So let me let this warm up a bit. I'm going to seal this bottle up. I'm not going to finish this whole thing now. I'll probably finish it over the rest of the day, but I probably won't even finish all that's in this glass here right now. But take it home. Maybe share it with some friends, and be back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's only been 10 minutes or so. It's doesn't take long. It's close to, like I said, close to 100 degrees, and I bet the heat index is over that. So I'm going to finish. Well, probably not even finish this back. I'll probably stick it in the cooler and finish it at home in the AC when I'm editing the video. Fortunately, I'm on a hill. There's in the shade. There's a nice breeze, so it's not too bad. I mean, it's tolerable. It's hot. It's oppressive, but not as bad as it could be. That's for sure. But as it's warmed up, I'm not getting the alcohol on the nose as much. I mean, it wasn't, for 11.9%, it wasn't showing up very much at all. But it's receded a little bit. The butterscotch and caramel has come out a little bit more. I'm still getting that faint bourbon, the earthiness, really faint. That maple's really, even though they were aged in maple bourbon barrels, the maple is still fairly faint in the background, but it's there, and it's a good smell. Not a ton has changed, just a few things have moved up a little bit, a few things have moved back. But on the taste, the bourbon really comes out now on the taste, now that it's warmed up. The vanilla and the oak, vanilla, I think, from the oak, and the oakiness have really come out. I'm still getting that butterscotch, caramel, a little brown sugar hint. It might be that might be the maple sugar though, but it's really sweet, but it's not overly sweet, not cloying. Like I said, the maple's there, but it's subtle, real subtle, but it adds a nice sweetness to it. The caramel and the toffee are predominant, along with the bourbon flavor. Still getting a little heat from the alcohol, but not as bad as it was fresh. Of course, when it's 100 degrees out, the alcohol may be evaporating fairly quickly too, but it's still a very clean flavor. Overall, I'd say this is a decent old ale. I expected a little more from the hype and everything, but and I'd love to try it again with some age on it. Maybe, if I could get another bottle, put a year or so of age on it, I think this would be a really stellar beer. I'm going to give it. It's leaving a little aftertaste, a little sweetness on the tongue. That's not really good for hot weather, but still very nice. I'm going to go back and enjoy this in the air conditioning, probably the rest of it. Just finished. I had put some beef ribs on the Weber, and had some baked onions and potatoes and cauliflower. So had a good meal. So I can sit and finish this off and not have to worry about getting schnockered. But I'm not going anywhere anyway. I'm 100 degrees. I'm not going out for the fireworks tonight. That's for sure. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's a good, solid beer. I think with some age on it, maybe a few months or a year, it'd definitely be a 10. But for now, the Curmudgeon's better half, going to get 9.5 out of 10. Till next time, everybody, cheers. Keep drinking good beer.